Hey, how's it going? How's it going? Welcome to Rant and Chill. On this channel, I like to rant and I like to chill. Here, we're going to be ranting a little bit, and we're going to be ranting about what they call internet book burnings and how these people are ridiculous. They're absolutely ridiculous. And what I'm saying here is there are books that should just flat out not be allowed in a elementary school library. And we can't agree on that. There's something really wrong with that. And when you bring that up, people be like, oh my God, it's internet book burning. Completely ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. If you like this sort of thing, press the like button, share, and subscribe. Especially if you are in favor of getting certain books out of libraries. Look, let me tell you something. And go ahead, thumb down. Thumb down if you like, oh no, we should have all sorts of books, even inappropriate books. Because that's what's happening here. Things are so absurd. You know how big the divide is, the breakdown of communication is between people in America when people can't even agree that a book like Gender Queer, which literally has illustrations of very graphic adult activities involving kids, this book has that. It is there. You could see it. It has it in the book, and people cannot agree that maybe should not be in a elementary school library, or not even a middle school library, or not even in a high school library. Because I mean, if you offer that, if you put that in there, then you might as well just throw in Playboy, Hustler, and whatever booty mag you want. Because I mean, if you're going to allow sexual depictions, illustrations of sexual acts there, then you might as well just go all out, right? Because I mean, that's what they're trying to do. That's what's happening here. The people can't agree. They can't even agree to that. If you raise a concern, be like, as a concerned parent, be like, I have an objection. You go to your school board, be like, I have an objection. Why is there a book that literally has a fellatio between what appears to be an adult and a child in the school library? And I found this out because little Johnny got that from the library, or little Susan got that from the library, and I'm very concerned about that. You know what they say? The board's going to absolutely do nothing, okay? They're going to do nothing. In fact, they're going to vote to keep it in there. And people on the internet are going to say, oh, you're just trying to burn the books. It's the internet book burning and all this stuff. Be like, but LGBTQ and all this stuff. Never mind the fact it's like, who set all that aside? Like, you're like, LGBTQ concerns? Stop. The moment you start putting like literal illustrations of those sort of activities, those sort of things in children's books, and put them in elementary schools, middle schools, and high schools, like, what are you talking about? What that is completely absurd. We can't even agree that those books should not even be in the library. That is absurd. That is absolutely absurd. That makes no sense. It's not even rational. That's the reason why we can't actually come together and have any sort of middle ground or common decency. We can't have any just civil discussion about things, because people will just take it to the extremes that just don't make any sense. Like the people on the left, and it is the left. It's like the far left. It's the freaking gender queer left. You know who they are, because it's not the right saying this. They'll be like, they'll go completely insane and like not understanding that maybe there's some concern about illustrations of kids receiving fellatio with adults in a children's book in a elementary school. Yeah, there's some concerns there. There's some concerns, legit concerns. How about not have that book in a library? If you're a parent and you want to buy that book for your kid, well, you should be on a list. I think it's completely abhorrent, and I don't know what you're thinking. Maybe you should. Child Protective Service should interview you and your kids, because maybe there's something else going on there. Because I don't know why any parent in the right mind would give their kid a book like that with this sort of illustration, that sort of content in that book. I mean, you might as well just throw them a Playboy, a Hustler, any sort of booty mag. Because what's the difference? What's the difference at that point? They'll say, oh, but it's about the LGBTQ. You mean you couldn't have a book in there that legit is about like LGBTQ storylines without throwing in adult activity? Why does it have to go that far? Why is it when you want a mile, why is it when you want an inch you take a whole mile? Why is it that you have to go all the way, balls to the wall, extreme? Why can't you just have stories that have your gay and lesbian and trans characters have feelings for each other. No. You have to take it to the whole other mile and be like, oh no, now we need to throw like illustrations in there and a whole chapter on certain activities and full on detail. Like, why does it have to be like that? Why does it have to be salacious like that? I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense unless you're trying, unless some sort of weird agenda going on there, because it's so insane to me. And the other thing is, too, if you think about it, these same people that promote this genderqueer book, they don't even have the pronouns right. And this makes sense here. Let me get this straight. Get this, understand this. Follow me on this. Let's say you write a book about a queer, not queer, but just gay people, right? And then you start putting the pronouns ze, zer, or whatever. Made up pronouns that don't make any sense. The problem with that is words have meaning. Words are used to describe and convey ideas. If you read a book and instead of he, she, it's a bunch of zer, they, them, and whatever, the reader has no idea who these characters are, what their gender is, and has no idea that it's a gay relationship or a lesbian relationship. They have no idea. It's nonsense. It just, come on, man. It's just insane. They're their own worst enemy when it comes to that. That's why they have to do salacious stuff. They can't write just a normal story with Z's or they and whatever, because the common reader wouldn't be able to comprehend what's going on in the story, because they don't know what they're reading about. Imagine this. This could be a whole other rant about the pronouns, how important pronouns are, about like he, she, and keep it simple. That's something that's been used and all across all cultures, all societies for centuries, has not deviated. Oh, but sometimes there's a society or culture where there's a third. Yeah, it's usually derogatory, though. Look into it. Princess. I gotta add that, too. Imagine you just take a book off your shelf. Imagine you're reading through it. Instead of like he or she in there, it's a bunch of ze, they, their, whatever crap. You have no idea what you're reading. You have no idea what's going on. You don't know what the character is. Imagine you picked up The Shining from Stephen King. You're reading through it. Jack Torrance, okay, but he gets to areas where it's about he did this, she did that. Okay, you understand? Okay, he did this, she did it, but then it's all like Z's or whatever. It's like, I don't know what's going on here. Words are useful to convey ideas, and when you're writing stories, it's very important to use words that people understand. That's the reason why we. That's the reason why you use those words. Oh my God. I mean, you want people to understand your story, right? But the bigger issue here is that no, we can't have any sort of agreement. We can't even have any sort of discourse, civil discourse about, hey, can we at least agree to not allow the smut books into the libraries? Can we at least agree that? No, you raise that up, you're called bigot, you're called transphobe, you're called all sorts of things. And it's like, no, I'm none of those things. I'm not afraid of trans people. I'm pretty open-minded in a lot of things, but I just don't want my kids subjected to that sort of material. I'm trying to do everything I can to make sure that they're not subjected to that material, to where they still, don't have to be exposed to that. And then they, and I mean they, you know who I'm talking about, the leftist queer people who just want to take it all the way to the full mile, they're doing everything they can to expose your kids to it. It's like, it is, and the school boards are not your friend, they're your enemy. It is insane. They don't care about your kids. Shit, man. I had to throw in that shit. I try to do everything I can to make this video kind of ad friendly. That way more people could see it. But there you go. Oops. Now I can take that out. I'm a little heated. Let me know what you think about this in the comments section too. Man, this is just insane. It really shows you how divided we are and how I don't think it's possible for us to make any sort of sense out of this. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to take things to extremes. You're just going to have to go to the school, go to the library, and just take those books out on your own. Okay, take them out, put them in the dumpster, be like, no, those books aren't in there. And the people who say, oh, but that's internet book burning. What are you talking about? It's just saying, hey, can we not have smut books in the elementary school? How is that a book burning? You do this whole slippery slope thing, and it makes no sense. It's completely insane. It's not reasonable. It's not rational. It's not an internet book burning to say, hey, can we not have smut books in the elementary school? Anyway, that's my thought on it. I don't think I'm wrong here. You're not wrong here. We're reasonable, and the people who thumb this down, they're the unreasonable ones, and we are where we are. I don't know if we're gonna have any sort of middle ground on this. With that said, you guys take it easy and have a good one.